Hello, and welcome to another edition of Monday Night Mashup. I'm Ricardo Tafolla.
And I'm Khadijah Dennis with your weekly news update. SGTV's own Morgan Simpson has the latest on the revival of vinyl records.
In a small apartment on Marion Street, second-year USC student Garen Owen likes to unwind with an older medium of playing music. He's one of the many young people making sure that vinyl records stay alive.
My dad had picked up a bunch of his old vinyl records, and we didn't have any way to listen to them. So I think it was for my birthday that year, I got a turntable.
When asked what makes vinyl so appealing, Owen said that it's the experience of sitting down and listening to an entire album.
Let it out somehow.
It sort of makes you sit down. You know, you sort of have to be near your turntable to flip the record over or whatever. You sort of, I guess you appreciate it more.
Owen has about 232 records of all sizes and colors in his collection. Most of these vinyls are bought used from stores like Papa Jazz Records. Sitting in the heart of Five Points, Papa Jazz Records was founded in 1980 and is now owned and managed by Tim Smith, who can pinpoint when exactly vinyl made a comeback.
Probably the last 3 or 4 years you could say really just exploding. I mean, like even this year, new vinyl sales are almost double what they were last year, and last year was pretty big.
Smith said that vinyl has jumped from 5% of store sales to 55%, and customers are coming from all age groups. Not only are younger people buying them, but also older ones who have been collecting for decades. But why continue to listen to them after all of these years?
Vinyl sounds better, and vinyl's been around a long time. I mean, you know, I've been collecting for years.
It's an active experience versus passive. It's like, you have to flip the record, you get to read the liner notes. It's not just a button you press on your phone.
It definitely sounds better. I hear things that I've never heard before.
Whatever the case may be, it doesn't look like sales will be dropping anytime soon.
When we come back, Khadijah will be talking to Analisa Wolff about her new Viva Melissa campaign. Stay tuned.
Recording it with the red in the corner?
Yeah. Welcome back to Monday Night Mashup. I'm Khadijah Dennis here with Miss Analisa Wolff to discuss her Viva Melissa campaign. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So tell us a little bit about the Viva Melissa project that you have.
Okay, so basically I went on an alternative spring break to the Dominican Republic, and while I was there I lived in in the village we were volunteering with. I lived there with a family, and there's this little girl in the house that I lived in named Melissa, so I got really close to her because I was there for 7 days and saw her like all the time. And I learned that she had been diagnosed with leukemia when she was 9. She's 11 now, and I learned that because I didn't believe her when she said she was 11 because she was so small. But I started asking questions, and they told me that, you know, she needed this really expensive surgery that they couldn't afford, and that was it. And I was just like, is money the only thing keeping her from getting this surgery? And they were like, well, yeah, it's just too much money. And I was like, I want to go raise this money for her in the U.S. Like, can I do that? And they were like, definitely, like, go for it. So I took some videos while I was there and some pictures and made this video when I got back and started the GoFundMe, and just, like, have been blowing it up, sending it out, and trying to, like, get a lot of people to donate.
So why is this campaign so special to you?
Basically, I just formed, like, a really awesome bond with Melissa while I was there. I can't even really explain it in words. I just, like, honestly, I told someone the other day, I was like, I've never had such a, like, I've never loved another human, like, besides, like, obviously my family, I love them, but just this little human, I love her so much. It's crazy, but she just deserves everything in the world, and she definitely deserves the opportunity to beat this leukemia.
And a lot of people seem to be feeling the same way, as your campaign has been catching a lot of social media attention. How have you been using those platforms to reach out to people?
Basically, I've just been trying everything, sharing every single day, multiple times a day, texting my friends, family, like getting everyone else to share, just any way that I can possibly, even if it's just one more person that knows about it, like every person counts, and I just want as many people to know about it, because I feel like as soon as someone knows about it, they're on board. Like I haven't had anybody I've told about it that's like, that's a terrible cause. Like everybody that has actually taken the time to read about it thinks it's like something great to get involved with. So
currently, how much money have you raised for the campaign so far?
I'd have to look, because people do donate like all throughout the day, but I think it's around $4,300 is what we're at right now.
And for
So,
people that aren't really familiar with the project, what would you say that would really help them to better understand why this cause is so special?
okay, so I know a lot of people, especially here in America, don't understand, like, a surgery costs so much money, but this surgery she needs is a bone marrow transplant, and it's going to cost around $30,000. And it's basically like, here we have public health care, the government helps people pay for medicine and medical needs, but there, like, the government doesn't really have those kind of programs for people. And basically, I mean, when they were talking to me about it, they're like, oh, only millionaires get medical care. And it's like, that's not how it is here, but that's the reality of, like, other countries. So basically, she needs $30,000 to get this surgery, and that's just the bottom line.
And what are some other things that you would like to share with anybody out there that would love to do more to donate to your project and your cause?
I've had a lot of people reach out to me just saying, like, I love what you're doing and I want to get involved in any way I can. And I think that's awesome. Like, I would never tell anyone not to do something. So, like, anybody that wants to get involved, just do it. Like, I mean, obviously you can, send me a message or whatever, but definitely just everybody just needs to get on board, definitely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining SGTV today. We really appreciate it. When we come back, Ricky Tafolla will be with us for our local news. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Monday Night Mashup. I'm Ricardo Tafolla with your local news update. Students traveled to Camden last Saturday to have a few drinks at the Carolina Cup. The Kershaw County Sheriff's Department said this morning that people are finally getting the message of, drinking and driving. Only 3 people were arrested for driving under the influence during the event. Sheriff Jim Matthews said that this decreased the number is a result from increased attention from police in cracking down on DUIs. Sheriff's deputies issued about 111 warning tickets and 170 traffic citations in total. Police are searching for those responsible for a shooting in West Columbia last night. The shooting happened around 9:15 Sunday night on Dobbs Avenue. Lexington County Police spokesman John Allard says that when deputies arrived at the location, they found 2 men with gunshot wounds to the lower torso. The men are being treated at a local hospital, but their conditions are not yet available. Information will be continuing to be updated with local news sources. Anyone with information about the shooting is asked to contact the Lexington County Sheriff's Department at 1-888-CRIME-SC.
That's a car. No! Yes!
Welcome back to Monday Night Mashup, and I'm here with your weekly weather report. So currently it's about 67 degrees outside, a much needed break from the cold temperatures we had this weekend. As we approach into tonight, it'll be around the mid-50s. On to your 7-day forecast. Spring is finally starting to bloom in Columbia, and we'll have the temperatures in the 70s for the rest of the week, with lows varying from the high 40s to the mid-60s. Expect some rain as we approach the weekend though. While we still have warm temperatures, you might need to pack an umbrella or raincoat with you on Saturday. Looking at the regional map, if you're hoping to travel to Tampa to watch our Lady Gamecocks compete in the Final Four, then you're in luck. Temperatures are expected to be in the high 80s this weekend in the Sunshine State. On to the national weather for tomorrow for you travelers. It looks like it will be relatively warm across the U.S. A high of 82 in Dallas is accompanied by 76 high on the West Coast. The Northeast is still receiving a little bit of chill, but hopefully this will change as we get into April. After the break, Nic Jones will report on the women's basketball team's exciting advancement to the Final Four of the NCAA tournament. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Monday Night Mashup, and I'm Nic Jones with your weekly sports update. This past weekend, the South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball team traveled to Greensboro to play the North Carolina Tar Heels for the Sweet 16. After a slow start for the Gamecocks, South Carolina got back on the right track with the helpful outside shooting of Tina Roy and Olivia Gaines. With less than 30 seconds remaining and the score tied at 65, Tiffany Mitchell drove down the baseline and made a shot under the basket to ultimately give the Gamecocks the victory, and they advance on to the Elite Eight. We fast forward to Sunday, where the South Carolina Gamecocks did play the Florida State Seminoles, the number 2 seed of that region, and for the majority of the game, the Gamecocks would trail to the Seminoles, but foul trouble for the Florida State Seminoles would put them in trouble and put the Gamecocks on the free throw line. South Carolina goes on to win 80-74. Tiffany Mitchell led the team in points that game with 21, and Elena Coates would earn the regional MVP award. South Carolina will now play in their first ever Final Four in school history. On Sunday in Tampa in Florida against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. We now head to the Diamond, where South Carolina took on SEC rival Georgia in a 3-game series at Carolina Stadium. The Gamecocks dropped their first 2 games to the Bulldogs, but rebounded in their finale on Sunday behind freshman Hunter Taylor's first career home run. Carolina goes down to Charleston tomorrow to take on the Citadel Bulldogs. That's all for sports. I'm Nic Jones, and stay tuned for more Monday Night Mashup.
Here at SGTV, we're your source of university news. We are local.
We are comedy.
We are students.
We are live.
We are features.
We are breaking news.
We are community.
We are Gamecocks.
We are News 4.
Welcome back, everybody. So this weekend was a really exciting weekend for the Gamecocks. Nick, you were talking about the Lady Gamecocks' win.
Yeah, absolutely. They played very well, and they get ready to play on Sunday. They're going to play the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, so that should be a pretty interesting game. Notre Dame did make it to the national championship last year and lost to UConn. But currently, UConn and Dayton are playing to get into the Final Four, and Tennessee's playing Maryland later tonight. So it should be pretty interesting. It should be pretty fun, and for the first time for the Gamecocks to be in the Final Four.
Yeah, they've definitely been dominating this semester. Have you guys been watching much of the games, or?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's definitely like a big thing on campus. Everyone's really excited.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm really happy for the Gamecocks. They really deserve it.
Is anybody going down to Florida to see them play?
I might actually be doing it with the CCS staff. We're trying to raise money right now on GoFundMe, so hopefully if y'all want to check out social media and get more information on that, we'd really appreciate it.
That'll be really awesome.
Absolutely. What is your goal?
Right now we have 600, but hopefully we might need a little bit more than that. Just covering hotel and food and all that kind of
Are
stuff.
y'all gonna drive? Not have to buy the plane and tickets.
Probably gonna drive, so it'll be a 7 to 8 hour drive, but
yeah.
It's worth it.
It's doable. It's doable.
Gasoline, man.
Well, thank you guys for watching this edition of Monday Night Mashup. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at SGTV News 4 for more coverage throughout this week on our website as well. Thank you guys, and have a great weekend.
Hello USC, and welcome to your weekend preview. I'm Andrea Esselman.
And I'm Brian.